What's going on, everybody? This is Alex Fischbein back one more time for Fisch's Friday Rant. And of course, we got trades to talk about today. And first, real quick, I'm going to just go rapid fire here. And we're going to talk about the winners of this whole week and the trade deadline. Real quick, we got winners as Pelicans, Oklahoma City, Dallas Mavericks, Toronto Raptors. Those, I think, are the main four winners of this trade deadline, this week leading up to the trade deadline, and who I think will make the most out of these trades going forward this season and even in the future. So, first things first, we always have to start off with the biggest name trade that went down this week. Of course, DeMarcus Cousins going from Sacramento over to the Pelicans. Now, the Pelicans did give up a couple first rounders, Buddy Hield, and more for this trade. However, they did receive Caspi and none other than DeMarcus Cousins. And when I first saw this trade, I mean, I had to take a step back. I was surprised. I was like, wait a second. You're telling me DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis are going to be on the same team right now? You're telling me this man that just got 52 points in the All-Star game, now, let alone if there was no defense played, I know. But anyway, this man who just scored 52 points in the All-Star game is teaming up with the other guy who is known as, like a 25-10 player. Easily the best player the Kings have had in a long, long time. And you're telling me they're going to be in the same front court, along with Drew Holiday, who will be the point guard for this team. That's what you're telling me? And, I'm looking at our basketball society, writers go back and forth in the chat that we have. And I'm looking at that this can't be real. This is this real life? Or am I dreaming? Am I just imagining things? What is going on here? But no, DeMarcus Cousins is actually on the Pelicans. And yes, he does look very weird in a Pelicans jersey, I might add. But I gotta say, I feel bad for Kings fans. You guys have gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot of losing, a lot of really not being in contention for a long, long time. And now you lose your best player. Easily, one of the top players in the league, definitely top big man in the league, and you don't really see much in return for right now. So that means you have to wait longer. But now, hear me out on this. This trade does set up the Kings for something in the offseason. And that something, there happens to be a guy who's on a non-compete year in his contract from stepping down. And the year he comes back happens to be next season. And, he has gotten the Sixers, Joel Embiid, Nerlens Noel, who was just traded, Dario Saric. He's gotten them loads of picks for the future. I'm just saying, it could be setting up the Kings pretty much hit the reset button. And who better but to bring in, when you're resetting, but the master of resetting, Sam Hinkie. I'm just saying, this kind of looks like it's set up. The Kings are now set up for a Sam Hinkie return. And a lot of people are not in favor of Divock, so, hey, anything is possible in the NBA. Isn't that what Kevin Garnett said? Anyway, moving on to the next deal. We had Nerlens Noel getting shipped over to the Dallas Mavericks for a heavily, heavily protected first-round pick. It's protected 1 through 17 or 18, so pretty much it's not going to convey. And it's going to turn into 2 second-round picks. The next person that deal is Andrew Bogut. And then they also got the one guy who's probably going to stay, and they're going to give a shot, Justin Anderson. Can someone tell me exactly what Brian Colangelo is doing that Sam Hinkie is not, or did not, sorry? Because when I'm looking at this whole thing, Brian Colangelo lied about Joel Embiid's injury. They lied about Ben Simmons being able to go in like February and everything, and they just kind of didn't give an update. And now he's getting another, like, more scans and x-rays, and they're like, oh, the scans and x-rays will be, you know, like, they'll probably come back in a couple weeks or something like that. And now, come on, because x-rays and stuff come back in like a week for us normal people. So for professional athletes, those reports can definitely come back in a couple days. This is just you trying to throw together a report to be like, well, it looks kind of okay, but, you know, he may be able to play soon, and you're just going to beat around the bush, and you're not going to give everybody what they want to hear. If it's a bad injury or a bad report, you got to say it's a bad report, because you're not going to sit there and give fans false hope of him playing and then be like, oh, you know, it is about that time that he's supposed to play, but he just hit some setbacks. Like, no, that's exactly what people slammed Hinkie for not giving updates about Joel Embiid and things like that. So you're supposed to be the different one. You're supposed to be in here to be pretty much the opposite of Hinkie. And you know what? You are so far, because you haven't won that trade, and really you got rid of Ilyasova, which I guess you could say you kind of won that trade, but since you got rid of him, there's not much there either. So at this point in time, I don't really see any deals you kind of won, where you, like, the Sixers fans are used to Sam Hinkie winning deals and winning trades, but now it's just kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, let me finish with the Bulls and Oklahoma City. Chicago, what are you doing? Like, I understand if you're trying to rebuild, then you should have traded Jimmy Butler, you should have traded Rajon Rondo, should have traded Dwayne Wade, something. But this trade is just kind of stupid, because now you got 3 young guards, point guards, who are all like, okay, they were like mid-level in their own drafts, in Michael Carter-Williams, Jerry Grant, and now Cameron Payne. And then you got rid of Taj Gibson, Doug McDermott, and a second-round pick. So really, Oklahoma City's loading up now. You got Westbrook driving the lane and everything with the kick-out option to Doug McDermott in the corner, who is a great corner three-point shooter. You have the kick-out option to even Taj Gibson, who is a great mid-range shooter. And Taj Gibson gives you a very good hustle rebounder, when, I mean, you already have the point guard who's in the top, like, 10 or 15 in rebounds per game, even over big men. You got Steven Adams, who's a quality rebounder. So Oklahoma City and Presti made out like bandits in this trade, whereas the Bulls, I don't know what you guys are trying to do. Are you guys just trying to sell seats? Are you trying to actually win a damn game? Like, where is your direction? Because none of us know. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, thank you guys for watching another episode of Fisch's Friday Rant. I'll be back next week. Make sure you check out our website, basketballsocietyonline.com. We're on Twitter at @bballsociety_, and we're on Facebook at the Basketball Society. Check us out. Check all of our posts. We have a great crew of writers, and we'll be bringing more and more video content to you as time goes on. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.